here, family. As you guys know, if you guys watch basketball, we got some huge news today. You know, we thought the offseason might be over, but it is not. Spida Mitchell finally got moved, and sorry, New York, he's in Cleveland now. Let's go to the official trade.
I can recite it for you.
Let's hear it, Evan.
Colin Sexton, Laurie Markkinen, Ochai Agbaji, 3 unprotected first-round picks in 2025, 2027, 2029, and 2 pick swaps in 2026 and 2028.
Okay.
For Donovan.
Basically, this video, we're just going to give our thoughts and reactions to both sides. Obviously, mostly Cleveland, but I mean, who better to start this? Give us your thoughts on Cleveland's side of the trade, Evan. Give it a grade.
A+. A+. I mean, dude, the Cavs' biggest problem last year was scoring and creating without Garland on the floor or without Garland being involved in some sort of way. And then you go and add one of the best scorers in the league, averaging 25, 26 points the last 2-3 years. Like, it's just phenomenal. He's got 3 more years under his contract. He's young. He's about to enter his prime. And he is on a team with a young core that is locked up right now. We are going to be a threat for the next at least 5 years.
To the second round.
How'd your team do in the playoffs last year, buddy?
Hey, we're not starting.
Where's your team in the playoffs?
No. I'm going to cut it off right here. We're not starting the Bulls Cavs debate this video. We haven't seen one game from the Cavs. We're not starting this now. I totally agree with Evan. It's an A+ trade for the Cavs. They a lot of times with trades like this, the team will give up assets and also get worse. The Cavs did not get worse at all. They didn't give up any players that they needed. They obviously lost depth and like draft picks, but honestly, I think the Cavs low-key kind of, based on what the Jazz got for Gobert, they kind of robbed the Jazz, in my opinion.
I don't know about robbed, but
they did get Colin Sexton on a sign and trade, I believe, right?
4 years, $72 million.
So that's good. They'll keep Sexton. That's a nice little pickup for Utah. I think they could have got more draft capital from other teams but I don't know. I think Utah definitely lost this trade. If I was Utah, I would have just waited till I could get more. Like, you don't, I guess because they're going for Webb and Yave or whatever, but I would have waited until I get more. That was just not enough for Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion.
What do you think the Cavs should have given up?
The thing is, I don't even think the Cavs were the right suitor. I think there's other teams that could have given up way more. Like, I think New York definitely had a better package.
They could have had more draft capital.
And just better players. But, hey, man, I'm happy. The Cavs, like you said, it's going to be a super fun team. I love their front court. I love their front court so much. Now their backcourt. Their backcourt, obviously, their defense is going to be pretty ass, but their front court's loaded.
That's the thing, though. Like, with Donovan, he was coming into the league, and he was actually a really, really good defender at Louisville. I don't know if you guys knew that. He was actually a really good defender, but, you know, in Utah, he was kind of like all they had on offense, other than like Bojan and like Mike Conley. So he kind of had to give all of his effort on the offensive end. So now I think he can actually kind of lay back a little bit on offense and give a little bit more effort on defense.
Okay, because, even early in his NBA career, he was pretty good at defense, but these last 2-3 years, he's really been slipping.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
It was a good trade. I think the Jazz fumbled the bags incredibly heavily, incredibly bad. An extreme fumble, but I don't think the Cavs are going to get anywhere with this. No offense. This is gonna be the second version of Mo when they got Harden.
Hey, well, I'm not saying we're gonna win the title next season, so
I'm not. I mean, yeah, they're not gonna win. This team can go second round conference finals.
Yeah,
man, I mean, that's farther than your team went. So
I mean, where was your team in the playoffs last year?
We didn't have Donovan Mitchell.
Where was your team in the playoffs? Right.
Now that we have Donovan,
now wait for us to
we're
get
gonna have
Giannis.
a higher seed than you.
Wait for us to get Giannis.
Oh yeah, that's facts, bro. I think I'm not gonna get into it, but I think the Bulls and Cavs are on par with each other.
I think there's a team that's better, but we'll save that.
Well, so do I. So do we, Evan. So let's just leave it at that.
Starts with a C, ends with an O. Anyways, it was a good trade. I think the Cavs got a lot better by this, and I don't know if the Jazz were trying to get a rebuild. They did.
So
good job.
Yeah, like I said, Evan and Hanuk, not any really downsides for Cleveland in terms of like their roster, because like Lauren Market and whatever, and the other two players didn't even play last season. Obviously just positives from this trade. But Evan, besides injuries, give me like one thing you're concerned about with the Cavs going into next season. Besides
just
injuries.
like, obviously we have that amazing front court defensively, but like other than those guys, we don't really have any defense other than Mobley and Allen and Okoro. Because like Rubio, he's a decent defender, but he's not really going to start the season, I don't think, because of his ACL injury. Levert's not a good defender. Kevin Love's not a good defender. Robin Lopez, God forbid, he can block a shot every now and then.
Shit.
Like,
forgot about him.
yeah, Robin Lopez, our backup center right now. So
Robin Lopez is on your team.
yeah,
I didn't even know that. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. So is
Since
Raul Neto.
when?
I knew Neto.
We signed Raul Neto as well.
Raul Neto is cold. I love that guy. He's the
So
most underrated 6'4" guard I've ever seen. He's a
I'm
great
just-
value, Ricky Rubio.
I'm just worried about the defense on the bench,
Your
our second
bench-
unit defensively.
Your bench unit is going to be absolutely atrocious. I'm not going to lie.
It's not going to be bad offensively, but just defensively, I'm worried.
What's your bench unit?
So it's probably going to be Rubio, Stevens, Levert, Love, and Lopez.
Your front court defense is going to be absolutely atrocious. I will tell you that right now. But your front court, your
know.
back court will be fine.
I think they're gonna have to stagger Mobley and Allen probably their minutes.
Yeah, they're gonna have to split time with the second unit.
Because Stevens is a decent defender.
He
Levert-
is decent. He's not anything great, but he's decent.
Levert can hold his own.
Mm.
Lopez
He's
is
all right.
Lopez is gonna get ripped a new one. I'm sorry. Same with
Oh
Love.
yeah, it's whatever.
Love and any explosive guard is gonna put. Oh my god, it's gonna do war crimes to your front court. But that's
Yeah. Well, we stole one of those explosive guards, so at least there's one less to boom on Lopez.
that's true.
Before we end the video, really quickly, let's just hold a shout out to the Knicks. You guys got another fat L. I don't even know I forgot how much salary it is, the percentage, but like they have so much invested in their mid three with Brunson, Randall, and RJ Barrett.
Agreed.
I don't blame them at all for paying RJ Barrett that. I'm a huge RJ Barrett advocate. RJ Barrett over Tyler Hero any day of the week. I'll tell you that.
I agree fully.
Obviously the Randall deal looked good in the moment because he was an all NBA guy. The last season, like Evan told me he would take Tobias Harris over him. So you know where Randall's at this point.
Who said that? Who said
I
that?
did. I did.
You are
It's not even that-
smoking.
Julius Randle sucks, dude.
Based off
You're
last
so-
season, it's not even a hot take. Like
Julius
Randle is awful.
He's not that bad, my boy.
Did you watch anything he did last season?
He's the number one option on that team. He's checking
And
the
he
shots.
still
Of
sucked.
course. Put fucking Tobias Harrison. Julius Randle in the situation that Tobias is in. He'd be a
He's
whole
averaging
lot
like
better.
6 points a game, bro.
All right. Anyways, Knicks couldn't even get your hometown boy. Like, well, to be fair, he got traded, but still, you know what I'm saying. Like, come on. In my opinion, the Knicks also had a better package. I wouldn't trade Barrett for Mitchell because they would ask for way more, but like New York, you
From
could
what
have.
that rumored package, if that rumored package is true, the Jazz are a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it was like
Knicks-
RJ Barrett and like 2 or 3
Let me
picks.
find it.
And Obi Toppin.
And
I'll
Obi,
find it.
like,
No, it was. I found it. Okay. RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, and 3 unprotected first-round picks.
there's just no
Jazz
way.
turned down that offer. There is nothing the Knicks could have done there.
Well, they got
the
Bulls
Knicks-
legends already marketing, so it's okay.
Bulls
right.
and Cavs legend.
It's true. All right, guys, let's wrap the video up with saying where the Cavs, your predictions for them prior to this trade and now that the trade's happened, going into the next season. Let me hear your predictions.
You want me to go first?
Yes,
Or you
sir.
want me to go last? Okay. Going into the season before this trade, I had the Cavs as the 6 seed, 6 or 7 seed. But now that we have Donovan, I could see us as a 4 seed.
Okay.
If we stay healthy.
I'm not going to ask you the playoff predictions because we haven't even seen them play. But I know regular season wise, what do you think this means to them?
They're gonna be a fourth seed, third, maybe
Fourth
fifth seed.
Yeah, if this team stays healthy, I could definitely see them winning a lot of games because bench depth doesn't really matter as much in the regular season. I think.
I think they're gonna give, no offense, Evan, their second round exit if they're not a first round.
Yeah, I agree. They're
It's
first.
based who they play. It's based who they play, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the Bulls, we're sweeping, so it's fine.
No sweeping what, air, nigga?
What?
We're not
What?
sweeping anything.
All right, Evan, why don't you take us away, buddy?
All right. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Welcome to the Cavs, Donovan. Very happy to have you here. I also just posted one of my more initial reactions, kind of, on TikTok, and a little bit more of a breakdown for both sides. So go ahead and check that out. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and we're going to keep posting when big news drops like this. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Later.